Hello and welcome to your Northern Colorado real estate market update. It is April 2023. I'm going to show you the latest data that's available to us, which was last month's March 2023 real estate market data. We're going to look at Fort Collins, Loveland, and Windsor to look at everything that's going on in Northern Colorado so you can know what is happening in our local real estate market. Let's dive in and take a look. Okay, so we're looking here at the number of new listings. Again, the blue is Fort Collins, the red is Loveland, and the yellow is Windsor. You can see, so this is a 3-year line graph. You can see we have a nice increase in the number of listings, new listings. So last month in Fort Collins was 167 new listings. There's 251. So we're seeing that normal, as you can see. It's normal that this time of year, every year, we're going to see an increase in the number of new listings. So that's good. Our spring market is getting started here. The number of homes for sale, most of what's going on in the market is selling here. So 233 homes in Fort Collins, Loveland 173, Windsor 139. So under contract, again, more homes coming on the market, more homes for sale, more homes under contract. So that's all we would expect in March. And things are picking up even now into April. The number of closed sales, Windsor kind of had a bit of a sideways movement here from 90 to 84, but there were 133 closed sales in Loveland and 185 closed sales in Fort Collins for March of 2023. The number of days on the market is a great way to, there's some new construction in Windsor. That's what's throwing this off here. New construction sometimes will have spikes like that. But our average number of days on market, as you can see here, is 60 in Fort Collins, 82 in Loveland. So that's actually pretty high. You can see that's getting higher than the lows that we've had, but not terrible. So it might take a little bit longer to sell your house. The month's supply, was the big news a couple of months ago as we had kind of record lows in 2001, 2002 of no inventory. And then inventory started backing up because interest rates were getting higher. Well, that's coming back down. As you can see in Loveland especially, the month's supply, 1.9 months of supply, and then has dropped all the way down to 1 month. So right now we're at 1.2 months of supply in Fort Collins, 1.3 in Loveland, and 2.1 in Windsor. And what that means really is it takes the number of homes available that are on the market and the number of homes that's recently sold. So it tells you how long it would take to sell everything that's currently on the market. So pretty good indication of kind of how much is out there. Okay, median sales price is what everybody wants to see. The median sales prices, there's been a lot of talk about home prices going down and this huge decrease in home prices. We just haven't seen it. Back here in August, September, October, November, this was kind of where the rates were getting pretty crazy. And if you watch the blue line here, Fort Collins did kind of definitely, we saw this big increase in sales price and then it kind of mellowed out, but we're up a little bit. Pretty much in every case. When Loveland, again, this is median, so that can just be thrown off by the number of sales that month. But in Loveland, the median sales price is $480,000. Fort Collins is $540,000. And Windsor was actually higher than Fort Collins, $549,500. So that's what's going on. The median percentage of the original asking price. So this is, we heard these stories where people were paying 5% above, 4 or 5% above the asking price. You basically had to bid 5% above to get a house at that time. Dropped all the way down to 97%. We're kind of shooting back up where you got to basically pay 100%. In March of 2023, Fort Collins and Loveland were both 100% of the asking price, and Windsor was 98.8% of the asking price. So I would say that means we're probably seeing more multi-offer situations on that lower end. The $400,000 houses, they're probably seeing multiple offers, and we're going up and above that. But in general, you just can't come in and offer 10% under the asking price and think you're going to get the home. You should expect to be paying about the asking price. Okay, so dollar volume, the number of sales, you can see that's starting to increase here. And then let's just look at the shows to pending. In Fort Collins, there were 12 showings before the house went under pending. In Loveland, it was 7. In Windsor, it was 5.5. So that's how much there was there. And each listing we're seeing a little more people looking on the market. So 9.3 in Fort Collins, 7.8 in Loveland, and 4.9 in Windsor. So that's how many showings there are per listing. Okay, so that's a good view of what is going on in the real estate market. I would say that, whether you're in Fort Collins, Loveland, or Windsor, the market's pretty hot in general. If you're thinking about selling your house, this is actually a really good time to do that. There's still record low inventory. And as you saw, people have to pay 100% of your asking price. So you can't just set the crazy high asking price, but if you set a legitimate asking price, you'll get it. And should get that in a short period of time, as there's less than 2 months worth of inventory, just over a month's worth of inventory on the market. So could be a great time to sell your house in Northern Colorado. If you're looking to buy, I think it's actually, I'm a realtor, so of course this is what I'm going to say, but I actually do think this is a good time because interest rates have come down. The news this week was the interest rates dropped for the 4th week in a row. That means every week the average interest rate that people are getting on their mortgage from the government-backed loans has come down each of the last 4 weeks. So we're back to where people are getting low sixes. You buy a point from your mortgage company and get a rate in the 5% range. So a lot of good opportunities out there. That's not a bad place to be. You can always refinance later too if they do continue to drop. But as rates drop, home prices are going to come up. They're going to go up. So waiting for prices to drop is not the thing you want to do. It's going to probably even cost you more, to be honest. So rates come down, prices go up. Rates go up, prices come down a little bit. Although we didn't see much of that, a little bit of it. But anyways, that's what's going on in Northern Colorado. My name is Andy Hawbaker. I'm a licensed realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty in Northern Colorado. I service Fort Collins, Loveland, Windsor, and surrounding areas. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up at my website, which is andyhawbaker.com. Thanks.